Okay, this is a guitar with a broken headstock, but this video is nothing but how to do the harp lock. Because a lot of people, you know, I see different people string guitars, how they have their guitars strung on YouTube, and sometimes it's absolutely horrid. So, at the 12th fret, on your low E, you go kind of close, not completely spread out, but kind of close. Okay? And that it'll give you 3 to 5 wraps around each peg. As the string gets skinnier, you open your hand up all the way. But right here, nice, loose, at the 12th fret, you come from the inside, and then you pull her snug. So right here, this is going to give us about 3 wraps. Now then, the loose end of the string, right here, you come over the top of the peg, under the string, and then tug it up tight. So it kind of like makes a half-inch knot, but not exactly. It makes half of a half-hitch. Hold your string down and wind. Keep her tight. Oops, my bad. And wind her down. Okay. Now you don't have to do this next part, but I like to because it makes sure that that string is set in there real nice and tight. Grab her with a pair of pliers and just give a tug up. And that really locks that string in, okay? And, oops, you can't see it because I moved the guitar back. And that really tugs that string in. Then take your clippers, cut her, and then bend her down. Now I have seen some atrocious looking strings wrapped on guitars and banjos.
See what you got here, just for how much.
Okay. This. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. I keep my hole line about like that. About a 30-degree angle heading towards the center. Come to the inside. Whoops, that got turned. That got moved accidentally. Right there. Make sure I don't have any other strings. I got all 6 strings loaded right now. Alright, so I'm going to go about that far at the 12th fret. And it's the perfect every time. Okay? So I have it at that point. Let me open this up some so you can see what I'm talking about. Oops. Okay, so I have, you know, a nice, it's right at the tip of my finger. I'm spread out, a nice, you know, even 4, not completely out, but a good amount. So I hold my string in that position, over the top of the string peg, under the string, pull it up and lock it. Hold the string down, take my string up, there we go. Make sure she's nice and tight. Hold the string down. And twist her on. And that'll give you 3 to 5 wraps at each peg. I'll give you 3 to 5. And then take your pliers, grab her, couple of jerks, clip her off, and bend her over. Now the reason I bend them over is I'm around children a lot, and I don't want children getting nailed by the string, by the what's hanging out there. So I bend them over. And then I'm going to do the D string. Oh, and I was wrong. You want them, I'm sorry, at about a 30-degree angle heading up. That way it locks in when you pull her. So I go through. I get, now this is a skinnier string, so I can really spread my hand out. And that'll give me about 5 wraps. Over the top, under the string, lock, and there. Now I don't have to do a darn thing, see? Now all I got to do is wind her up. Now with the Harp Lock, you can actually just do 1 full wrap, including the lock, and that string will never move, unless humidity changes it after it's fully stretched out. I like to have at least 3 wraps, if not more, for 2 reasons. One is for the mass, sustain. The more mass you have up top, the more sustain you have. I know guys who have drilled their headstocks and filled it with lead. And then the other reason is aesthetics. It looks cool to have at least 3 wraps on there. I tug it to set the Harp Lock. You don't have to, but it does help. Clip it about 1/8 of an inch and bend her down. Okay, so now we're going to do the G string. It's the same thing but reversed. My hole is at about a 30-degree angle towards the top of the headstock. I go in from the outside, or in from the inside to the outside. I get my 4-finger spread, and as you can see, the D string or G string is really thin, so I am spread out as far as I can. I only have 3/4 of an inch of winding left. So you want at least enough winding to make it around your Harp Lock. So I pulled a little bit back out. Go under the string, up, pull down on the string heading towards the bridge, and tighten her up. On this one I should have about 5 wraps. Like I say, I like a lot of wrap on my, for the look of it. I think it looks better, and for the weight in the mass. Now we're going to have to do some adjustment on this bridge, on the nut, I'm sorry. And on the bridge, I'm sure. We've got to get them both down. Clip it. And bend her down. Now sometimes when I clip them, I leave them a little too long, so I missed it. Must not have been that long because I could barely get onto it. And then bend them down. That way no little kids or anybody, you know, some drunk at the bar can't come up and grab your guitar and poke his finger and end up bleeding all over the place. Now for the B string, same thing. Oh, I got it backwards. There we go. B string, a full spread out 5 fingers, or 4 fingers, under, pull it up, there's your half hitch. It's not exactly a half hitch, but I think you understand. Wind her in. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wraps on that baby. And it looks pretty. Pull that tight. Clip her off as close as I can. and bend her over. It works really good with the rubber on the needle nose. And now for the high E. Through the hole, 4-finger spread at the 12th fret. And this works for any instrument. Any instrument, you're going to get the same results because it's all relative to the length of the neck. So if you do that loose-handed 4-finger spread on your thicker strings and a full hand 4-finger spread on the thinner strings, you're going to get 3 to 5 wraps on average, and it's going to be very aesthetic looking. It's going to be locked in. You can do this on a violin, you can do it on a banjo, a 4-finger spread at the 12th fret, or basically the middle of the string length. From the nut to the bridge, the 12th fret is the middle on a 24-fret guitar. And take the needle nose, snap, snap, snap. Clip her off. And bend her down. And that is how you do the harp lock. We got all 6 strings, all 6 harp locks, ready to go. Many blessings, thank you.